So, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. Not long till football's back now. 4 days to go, and we get our Arsenal back. Let's hope it's a better one than the one we see before lockdown, because that one was pony. But we've got Man City on Wednesday. I'll be doing a watch along. I get my partner in Arsenal watch alongs back, Guna Eagle Eye. So go and subscribe to him. Link down there in the description. Whilst you're in there, do download HOTMIC. I will have that up and running properly tonight. My cock up the other night on the Sevilla game, I completely nosed it up. But I'm going to speak to them in a minute, and I'll be doing a watch along for Mallorca against Barcelona tonight, 9 o'clock UK time. So make sure you come and check that out. 450 of you have downloaded HOTMIC already, so thank you very much. Use my code, I get paid, and then follow me. So help me earn a couple of quid, and it is only a couple of quid. So would appreciate it if you could. Big up Claude in the chat. How you doing, baby? How you doing, man? But listen, before we get into talking about Coutinho, I want to talk about Aubameyang real quick, and then I want to move. That's not a great picture of Aubameyang, is it? Jesus Christ, what happened there? Let's find a better one. Yeah, let's just put them both up and talk about them both, because I wanted to talk about Lacazette as well. So we'll kill two birds with one stone and do them at the same time. I've read a couple of reports going around the media today that suggest that in the next couple of weeks, Lacazette and Aubameyang are going to be sitting down and having contract talks. I don't know exactly what they mean by contract talks, but what I do find absolutely baffling is now the season's going to get back underway. All of a sudden, Arsenal are going to have contract talks with the two strikers. What have you been doing for 3 months? Literally. What have they been doing for 3 months that they couldn't have contract talks? We've all been sat at home. Like, seriously, man, this club works in weird ways, man. And so apparently there's a deal on the table for Aubameyang, which has been there since December. So why haven't you signed, first and foremost? And if you don't want to sign and you've been stalling on it, cool. You don't legally have to sign a new contract, do you, bruv? You can walk out at the end of this contract and you've adhered to the terms of that contract. But that's then down to the club. And I keep saying it, and I'm going to say it again. Raul and Vinay, a week before the Europa League final, said anyone that gets down to the last 2 years of their contract, we will either offer them a new deal or they will be going. If we offer them a new deal and they refuse to sign, we will sell them. Cool. Well, I expect 7 players to be sold this summer then, because we've got 7 players going into the last year of their contract this summer, including Aubameyang, including Saka, including Mesut Ozil. You know, there's 7 players going into the last year. Add into that, Lacazette's going into the last 2 years, which is maybe why the stories come out, that he's going to sit down and he's going to have talks with the club and stuff like that. Maybe the club are going to offer him a new contract. Maybe they haven't offered Aubameyang a new contract. I can only go off of what I read, give my spin on it. It doesn't mean when I do a video that I'm the truth teller and I'm saying everything as it is. I'm saying what I read and giving you my thoughts on it. My thoughts on it are Aubameyang's taking time and running his contract down and playing a very clever game, because he knows, and I've said this before, he knows, hardly anyone, if anyone, slags him off in the fan base. Not only that, he's very smart in what he does. He retweets the biggest fan channel on the planet, converses with them in terms of tweets and replies and stuff like that, reposts stories and stuff like that. And he knows that AFTV have got a massive reach in the Arsenal fan base, not just in England, but across the globe. Very, very clever what he's done there. Very, very clever, because now what he's done is he's gone to the biggest platform outside of Arsenal Football Club that is Arsenal related, and knows it as the second biggest reach other than Arsenal Football Club. And he knows that he can do whatever he wants now. He said 6 months ago, 5 months ago, I don't listen to media speculation, blah, blah, blah. Well, why aren't you signing them? What are you waiting for? What are you actually waiting for, right? You either want to sign or you don't want to sign. If you don't want to sign, leave. It's pretty simple. If you do want to sign, sign. As for Lacazette, real talk, right? Just get rid of him. Go and get Thomas Partey. They want Lacazette. They wanted Lacazette before we signed him. He was en route to Atletico. They got a transfer ban. And then all of a sudden, he comes to Arsenal. He never wanted Arsenal. He wanted Atletico. We want Thomas Partey, who plays for Atletico. They want Laka. Do the deal. Do the deal. Big up my sister. How you doing, sis? How you doing? Big up the little ones as well. Hi, Logan. Be good for mummy, all right? But yeah, listen, just to wrap up on them two before I move on to Coutinho. It's really not difficult to get a contract done. And when people say, oh, there's fine lines to be done and blah, 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 you've got to do this, you've got to get the best deal, blah, blah, blah. Cool. How comes we signed Aubameyang inside 2 weeks of the first person saying that we were signing Aubameyang back in December, whenever it was? Yeah, and then in January, lo and behold, Aubameyang turns up. So how comes we could do a deal with Aubameyang just like that in 2 weeks? Yeah, now we've had 6 months from when we apparently offered him a contract and we still can't get the deal done. Come on, seriously, really? Yeah, it's because he doesn't want to sign one. If he signs, it's a miracle and I'll be over the moon. Yeah, I personally don't think he's signing. As for Lacazette, like I said, people think this guy's world-class. A world-class player does not go 2 years away from home without scoring a goal against a current Premier League team. 2 years. April 2018 was the last time he scored a goal against a current Premier League team away from home. That ain't a world-class striker. Ta-ta. See ya. Go and get Thomas Partey. Swap him for someone else. Go and buy Luka Jovic. Yeah, go and buy Odsonne Edouard. Go and buy Dembele from Lyon. Yeah, because I'll tell you something now, they would score away from home. And people can laugh and say Jovic has done nothing this season. Cool. Neither's Eden Hazard. Would you take Eden Hazard at Arsenal? There's your answer. Anyway, let's move on to somebody who is nowhere near as good as Eden Hazard. A seamless link there. And that is Coutinho. Now, there's multiple reports going around this weekend about Coutinho, depending on which one you read. Depends, I suppose, on where your thought process is with it. I've read one that says that we can get him on a cut price deal because Barca just want to bin him, which they clearly do. Bayern Munich don't want him anymore. They didn't activate the clause. Barcelona want to bin him off. They need to overhaul quite a lot of their squad this summer as well. And he's one of them. I think that Ousmane Dembele will be another. But then I've read another report that says that we could do a deal where we get him on loan with an option or an obligation to buy him. Now, anyone who's watched this channel for a while would know that I don't rate Coutinho. Don't rate him. Don't get it. I genuinely don't get the hype around him. He's another one of these fancy Dan players that on his day, which is the biggest phrase overused in football, what does that actually mean? On his day. Andy Carroll had his day and bagged a hat-trick. Yeah, against us. Peter Crouch had his day and bagged a hat-trick against us. You know, I've seen players on their day look amazing. Yeah, I don't care about on their day. I care about consistency. The geezer ain't got any. Yeah, we've already got a player in midfield that wears the same shirt number that ain't got no consistency. Why would we want another one? He's not going to be cheap in terms of wages. To buy him at the end of it is going to be a rip-off. He's coming towards the latter stages of his career. For me, not worth it. Go and buy a younger player for less money and watch that kid blossom. Yes, he might not end up hitting the levels that Coutinho once hit. But if he gives me a consistent performance week in, week out, then I'd rather the youngster than somebody who give me a 10 out of 10 once every 10 weeks. Yeah, and then a 4 out of 10, a 2 out of 10, a 7 out of 10. No, I want somebody at the football club that can work hard every single week, and even if he isn't playing well, he still looks like he gives a toss. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. I don't particularly want him. Like I said, there's a couple of reports, depending on which one you read. I suppose depends what you think. I don't want to buy him. I don't want to loan him. If that's the case, listen, if he comes, then we have to back it. But at the end of the day, I don't rate him at all. Genuinely don't. Even at Liverpool, his record at Liverpool was pretty decent. But his record for me at Liverpool on paper looks amazing. And yes, on his day, which he did have quite a lot of days at Liverpool, I thought he was actually quite good. It's only when he's left and I've seen him at Barcelona and I've seen him at Bayern Munich that I've just thought, you know what, you're actually not all that, are you, mate? You're really not all that. but somehow Arsenal fans have in their heads that, oh, if we get Coutinho, he'll come back to being the Liverpool Coutinho. It's a bit like, oh, if we get Pep's bitch and get him at Arsenal, we'll bring Pep Ball to the Emirates. Why don't we just go and get Pep? Because if Arteta was that great, why ain't he Man City manager? You right? Yeah, go on. Nobody can see you unless you want me to turn the camera around.
No.
But no, honestly, all jokes aside, I don't want him. Another player, I should have downloaded a picture of him and put it on there, is Aaron Ramsey. And Aaron Ramsey, you're like this one, Ricky. You're like this one, bruv. Aaron, bring Aaron Ramsey back. That sums up everything that is wrong in Arsenal fan base on social media. They somehow seem to think that Aaron Ramsey should come back to Arsenal Football Club. Based on what? Based on averaging 3.5 goals a season. Like, really? Based on because he scored 2 FA Cup winners. Which, by the way, I did actually say, and I've had a row in a group chat over this, I did actually say he is an FA Cup legend. He ain't an Arsenal legend. He's an FA Cup legend. He ain't an Arsenal legend. He had a good 6 months in 10, 11 years at Arsenal. He then got injured. And nah, man, not for me. And I said the day that he was signed for Juve, I said within 2 seasons, he'll end up at Everton. And it's looking like he's leaving because they're putting him up for sale. They want rid. And it's real typical Juventus that they go and get a player that's free. They bang £100 million at them and go, bosh. Well, not maybe that much, but 400 grand a week equates to 20 million a year. Add in the agent fee, add in his signing on fee, let's say £28 million that it's cost them for 1 year for Aaron Ramsey. They'll get more than 28 million quid when they sell him. Great business for Juve. Great business. They've done it with Emre Can. They got Emre Can for nothing. They flogged him for 25 million to Dortmund. It's great business. Juve do it time and time and time again, right? And I said when he signed, they don't want him. Yeah, they don't need him. Yeah, he's done absolutely nothing for them all season. Yeah, I think he's averaged his average of 3 goals a season. That's how many he's got this season. What has he done? Yeah, he was never good enough to play for Juventus. Yeah, and he will be leaving. There's a few teams interested in him. Hopefully, we ain't one of them. Good luck to him wherever he goes, but nah, I don't want him back. And like I've said a million times before, people can sit and cry about the owner and the lack of ambition. That starts with the football fans. Yeah, and if you want Aaron Ramsey back or Hecky B as captain and give Granit Xhaka another go, oh, let Mustafi have a go under him, under Arteta, then sorry, you need to look at your ambition. But anyway, let's read some of your comments out. Do smash the likes up. Nearly 500 people watching live. Do download HOTMIC. I'll be doing a Barcelona watch along on there tonight. Away to Mallorca. I kind of wish I was in Mallorca right now. One of my pals that I used to go to school with lives in Mallorca. Big up, Jamie. And let's read some of these comments out. Big up, Hacks. Be careful, bruv. All the Ozil fanboys are coming for you. They'll be telling you don't understand football, even though they're only 14. Schlabberschlei or Kochu. Look at the way you've spelled Kochu as well. You've actually used the umlauts and everything, bro. Come on, big up yourself. Coutinho is another slacker. Couldn't agree more, if I'm being honest. Sentiment has killed this football club. Don't want Ramsey back. Thank you. Big up yourself, Ilias. A real one. 400 grand a week. Who's going to pay that? Says Bradley on Facebook. Afternoon, mate. The thing is, I don't think he would go to a Premier League team on that kind of money. Listen, he went there. He got the big dough. He's had 20 million quid in his back pocket this season. I think he'd quite happily come back to the Premier League for probably 150 grand a week. So, I don't know. Good question, Jake. What formation do you think Arteta will adopt once the season restarts? Hopefully a winning one. I don't know. Probably a 4-2-3-1. That's what he seems to like at the moment. I noticed that we played Maitland-Niles as a DM the other day. I noticed that he played Bukayo Saka at number 10. So, yeah, there we go. We'll see what he does on Wednesday when we play Man City when the starting 11 comes out. But me personally, I think that if I was Arteta, I'd go with a 4-3-3. I think that's where modern football's gone. And the problem we have, right, is we play players out of position constantly, which is something a lot of us criticised Arsene Wenger for doing. Yeah, why are you playing a left back at right back when you've got a right back or a left back on the bench? Like, why was he doing that up at Anfield? Why are you playing Oxlade-Chamberlain at right wing back when Bellerin's playing at left back? Like, put Bellerin that side and get the left back off the bench, Kolasinac, and stick him at left back. It made no sense. So, listen, we've got too many players to play out of position because of the managers. Arteta's the same. We're playing a top striker out of position. If we went with Pepe, Saka, and Aubameyang as a front three, and then we had Torreira, I don't know, Willock, and I don't know, Maitland-Niles in midfield, that would be a better setup than what we're currently doing. Yeah, yes, Maitland-Niles ain't a great passer. Yes, Joe Willock's not that great. But at least they'll have a go, because the ones we got now in midfield tend to just slack. They walk around like it's just a walk in the park. They give away fouls and penalties and just walk off like it don't mean nothing. So I like Maitland-Niles. I think he should play at right back. I think that's his better position. But I don't really rate him in midfield. I don't think he's got the passing accuracy to play in midfield. Defensively, I think he's very good in midfield. But same with Willock. I think Willock holds on to the ball a little bit too much. But listen, I'd rather throw them two kids in against Man City in midfield and then put Torreira next to him and then go with Pepe, Aubameyang and Saka, you know, and then go with your back four. But what do I know? I'm just a numpty YouTuber, mate. I'm not getting paid £6 million to make these decisions. It would be nice, though. Big up, Jason. Our formation against City should be all-out attack because we can't defend. Yeah, that's very true. Jack says, what about a Ceballos-type loan where this is no option to buy? Then we can use our limited funds for more important positions. The problem is a loan deal for Coutinho is going to cost, what, 10, 15 million quid for the year? Maybe a bit more with wages. It probably costs more than that, actually. We paid, what, 10 million for Ceballos, didn't we? So it probably cost about 15 to 18 million for the year to loan him, plus wages, unless that's incorporated in the loan fee. I don't know, man. Coutinho is just a long shot merchant. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Shane says Arteta has been good so far. That depends what your class is good, my friend. I don't think he's been that great, if I'm honest. Yes, we've kept a couple more clean sheets than we did before. Statistically, over the course of the season, if you break down how many games and how many points he's got, and do the same with Unai Emery, statistically, Emery's been better this season. That's a fact. He's playing players out of position. He let a striker play 9 games without scoring. Then as soon as he scored, he dropped him. Player of the month, Martinelli, for January, wasn't seen again until March. He lost to Olympiacos, saying Unai Emery and Wenger would never have done. He begged Granit Xhaka to stay. He said Mustafi's got a future. He said Mesut Ozil couldn't be sold to Qatar because we can't get a replacement. He begged Eddie Nketiah to come back off loan when he had 4 teams he could have gone to. He dropped Maitland-Niles out the squad completely because he turned up late for training. Like, seriously, man, come on. Where's Guendouzi now? No, I don't get it, mate. I don't get it. And when I do get it, I'll be the first one to hold my hands up. And until I see something positive, and until I see him start dropping his mates and start playing the better players, then I'm always going to sit here and be sceptical with him, man. Statistically, Arteta was better. Nope, not at all, my friend. Not at all. Go and have a look at the results. Divide it by how many games. And statistically, Unai Emery's better. Too many draws for Arteta, mate. Too many draws. Let's do 3 more and I'm going to get out of here. I will be back at 5 o'clock. I will also be back at 7 o'clock if you're a member on level 2 of this channel. If you're on level 3, come join in as well. And then I'll be doing a watch along at 9 o'clock for the Mallorca-Barcelona game. So come check that out. Arsenal to sign up Upamecano, says Adam. Afternoon, Adam. Listen, I've seen a lot of stories about this Upamecano, and I've seen Upamecano properly now, having done some of these Bundesliga watch-alongs. We're in for a bumpy ride if we sign him, that's for sure. There you go. Pratik says it. He's overhyped. He is overhyped. He's very clumsy. And if you watch the, I can't remember what team they played the other day. I think it was the 5-2 game. Can't remember. but the guy's literally 4 yards out on a corner, tapped it in. It went straight from the corner all the way over into the 6-yard box, dead centre, 4 yards out, up on the corner, just standing there ball watching. The geezer runs straight in and taps it in. He'll fit in perfect with Mustafi, wouldn't he? It'd be great. Why are we hailing Lord Arteta as the second coming of the Messiah? Well, listen, I'll tell you why, mate. Yeah, it's because it was Arsene Wenger's captain. That's why. And he sat next to Pep. That's it. Yeah, and I'll tell you something now, right? A very good friend of mine in a group chat said this the other day, and he makes an absolute nailed on point. If he hadn't sat next to Pep, he wouldn't be Arsenal manager. If he had sat next to, I don't know, Eddie Howe, would he get the job? No. But because he sat next to Pep, and our fans reckon he made Sterling world class because Sterling said so. Well, Ronaldo said he misses Mesut Ozil. The 4 Champions League trophies later, I bet he don't give a toss, does he? You know, people seem to think that Reece Nelson's going to be the next coming of Sterling. I just don't get it, man. Listen, everyone can say what they want. They can think what they want. The fact is he only got the job based on the fact he sat next to Pep. The only reason people want to go with this fake bubble of positivity with it is because he was Arsene Wenger's captain. Cool. You can all think what you like, as can I. And I don't think he's going to do anything for us. But I have been proven wrong before, like with Bukayo Saka. But there we go. One more. We'll end on this one. Number 10s are fading out of football. Look at Coutinho, James at Madrid, both overhyped. And good once in a blue moon. Already have a waster at number 10. There we go. And you're a wrong un. Well, how's tricks though, baby? Listen, I'm getting out of here. I'll be back at 5 o'clock. Thank you to everyone who has watched live. Do smash a like on the video. Do subscribe. Watch alongs galore next week. So soon as what was I going to say? Soon as the Premier League gets back underway, which will be Wednesday, I'll be doing both games on Wednesday. Both games. Aston Villa first game. That's what, 6 o'clock kickoff, I think. So I'll be doing that at 6 o'clock, and then straight afterwards I'll be doing the Arsenal game. Friday I'll do the Tottenham game. Saturday, I don't know what game I'll be doing yet, but I'll probably do 2 on Saturday. Same on Sunday, and going forward, it'll be a watch along every single day from the Premier League. So, yeah, I'll have the odd Spanish one maybe in there when it's a bigger game. But as soon as the Premier League starts, we're back to normal, proper football again. None of this Bundesliga tripe that I've been watching for 3 weeks. So make sure you do smash the likes up on the video, subscribe, download HOTMIC. The links are in the description now. I've just put them in there. They weren't before, so apologies for that. And I'm out of here, man. I'll see you all later. Laters, peeps.